Hi, we're with TripSpark for the spring semester of 2019.
I'm Hannah Weinmiller.
I'm Kaylee Dodd.
I'm Isaac Rosenthal.
I'm Brooke Sherlock.
And I'm Allison Ray.
And we're here today to discuss our final presentation for our campaign and what we did throughout this semester.
So for our level 2 items, we chose to do a Travel More campaign. We went live on Instagram, we did a contest, and we did a blog post. So for our campaign, we decided to base it around Travel More. So we used the hashtag Travel More on our content, on our blog posts, and we made sure that when we posted our photos and our tips that they were based around this is what you can do to travel more, or just trying to get people to go to different places and how to travel more on a budget and things like that. Our second level 2 campaign was we went live on Instagram about studying abroad. So we interviewed a girl that works up in study abroad at OSU, and we asked her questions about why people should study abroad, the top 3 places to study abroad. She said that France, Spain, and Italy were the 3 top places. We also asked her about if the classes count towards classes here, if there are scholarships available. And then we also asked her if she'd been study abroad, and she said that she'd gone to Hawaii, and it was for a science class, and for her science class she did snorkeling, so she said it was really cool. Then we did a contest on Instagram where we asked our followers to send in their best travel photo, and then at the end of the week we'd choose the one that we thought was the best and post it on Instagram. And then we did blog posts, and it was based around a whole packing, how to basically go away. So we did it where you choose a destination, you pack, you pick your flights, your hotel, and then the things to do there. So this was how our some of our posts that went on social media for our contest. And then this is just an overview of how our blogs looked on our website. We chose Seattle as our place, so it was summer in Seattle. Then we chose our flights, where to stay, packing, and then the things to do there.
So here are the takeaways from what we got throughout the semester. Hashtags are important. So with our campaign for Travel More, we put that pretty much on all of our posts. We thought that was a good idea to engage our followers and find our target audience. More number is more likes and interactions, because people are searching for different hashtags and looking for different things to look up on Instagram and Twitter. Consistency is key. Posting throughout the week, we found it was pretty important, especially during the campaign. We had to post every day for Monday through Friday, so that was pretty important. We also found that teamwork, working together, is vital to not only our success, but a company's success trying to market a product. We had found that in the beginning of the semester that we were working through GroupMe and it really didn't work, and so we had to meet and get together to try to market our company and our TripSpark. And then be aware of what you post. It's very important of what you put out on social media, and especially when you're trying to post strategically. Like we said earlier, posting on Instagram can be tough if you're posting a puzzle type post where you're trying to make 6 pictures into one big post. You need to make sure that that's consistent throughout the post.
Okay, so things that went well. We chose a color scheme at the beginning of the semester, and cohesively were able to stick to this scheme with our light, airy kind of photos. We also had a healthy mix of quote photos, making our feed more appealing and aesthetically pleasing. We also were able to stick to our campaign. We used Travel More as our hashtag, and our posts were related to traveling more, photos, tips, and inspirational posts to our feed. Oh yeah.
So here's just a picture of our Instagram feed, or not our Instagram, our Pinterest, my bad. So we changed it with our logo and put a nice, fun background on top. As you can see, it kind of goes with our color scheme of blues and brights. So things that didn't go well and things that we would change honestly, our contest, it didn't go as well as we thought it would, unfortunately, but I think we did learn a whole lot throughout the process. So we said we did a picture contest, but throughout the entire, like we promoted it the entire week and we did not get a single person send in a picture, so that was kind of disheartening. But fortunately, I've had a friend that traveled to Italy, so I had her send in a picture to me because we couldn't just not post a picture after we'd advertised it all week. So that was kind of disheartening, but we did learn that, like, hey, we need to promote more, we need to be more engaging with our followers. And some things that we would change, we didn't have a whole lot of interaction on or really any platform, but really on Instagram. We didn't have a whole lot of followers to begin with, but which made our contests not be as successful as we liked. But we do think that if we would have posted on Instagram more than once or twice a day, even on stories, that we would have had more interaction with those followers and would have helped our campaign as a whole be more successful.
So to kind of wrap everything up, our marketing tips, basically we think using relevant hashtags is probably going to be the most beneficial. We did find that we had the most followers after posting multiple hashtags. With our Travel More campaign, it was cohesive and we did have a couple new followers through that. Like Brooke talked on earlier, like our color scheme was really important. Picking that as a group together was really important, and then sticking with that. I think on all of our platforms we stuck with that really well with our blog posts, with Instagram and Pinterest. And team branding, we put a logo at the bottom of every photo, and we made sure to do that throughout all of our platforms, so if anyone retweeted our photo or saw something on Instagram, they knew that it was from TripSpark and knew that it was us. And then awareness of what we post. We have all traveled and we all had a lot of great content to choose from, whether that was a Canva picture or something that was personal, and we made sure that we chose quality photos. We made sure we were really aware of the busyness of the photo, and we took time to put quotes on some of them rather than just putting our logo and using something that didn't have a quote on it. We were also really mindful of the image content, so like I was saying, just keeping things clean and simple and not too crowded. And we also wanted to use eyes-catching material. That kind of goes back to our color scheme, making sure that we were using the light, flowy colors that we wanted to, and making sure that our audience was pleased with what we were posting. And we also want to make sure we had a strong team connection. So like we mentioned before, we met every week and we really all got to know each other well, so we could market our brand well, because if you don't know your team well, and you don't know what you're trying to get out of this experience, then it's going to be hard to market what you're wanting to do on social media. I really wanted to be a part of TripSpark because after reading all the options for this class, it sounded like something that I related to most. I've gotten to travel lots over the US and abroad, and it's been a really great experience to get to see different parts of the world. I knew that I had lots of good content from my trips because I love taking photos, and I was excited to get to share those on a different platform other than my own. Some of my favorite trips that I've taken was I've been to Mexico, I've taken a road trip up the coast of California, I've been to Canada. So lots of great content, and I was really excited to join this. We saw how fast that the signups filled up, and so I was really excited to work with these guys and get to know them, and also see where they had been.
Yeah, so I was excited to work with TripSpark kind of for the same reason as I've traveled a lot, and being from England, for me traveling to Europe is kind of like people traveling to States. It's quite easy for me to, it's like an hour flight to go to like France or Spain. So I have been able to travel to places like that. I've been to Switzerland, kind of all over. I've been down to like Turkey and Cyprus. My favorite place that I've traveled to is definitely Switzerland. Actually, just this past Christmas, we went skiing over Christmas with my family. So I had a lot of cool pictures of that and just cool pictures of places all over Europe. So I was excited to share that through TripSpark this semester.
This semester I was excited to work with TripSpark because I've been all over the country and several different countries outside of the U.S. And so I wanted to share my experiences throughout, going to Italy and Greece and, here even in the United States. I was just excited to show all the pictures that I've taken and all the experiences that I've had. My favorite trip probably, I have to say, is going to Rome. Rome's unbelievable country, or unbelievable place. And I had a good time there, so I wanted to show pictures of Vatican City and the Colosseum and stuff like that.
Like everyone else, I was really excited to be a part of Trip Spark. I follow a lot of travel bloggers and like influencers, and thought this would be a good way for me to kind of see like how they run stuff and kind of like show me how to do that one day. One of my favorite places I've been is the Amalfi Coast in Italy. It was gorgeous, and yeah.
So, I mean, I want to be a part of Trip Spark for all of the reasons mentioned previously, but I think it's just cool to see everyone's different stories and where they've been personally. My favorite trip has been to Australia. I've been to all across the east coast of Australia, and it's just beautiful. Things that I would have never gotten to see, and I just am thankful for Trip Spark to share my story and my pictures and just this unique experience and course offered for college kids like us.
So we're just going to talk a little bit now just about the whole semester overall and how we thought it went. So obviously at the beginning of the year we had to sit down and pick our colour scheme throughout the whole semester, and sometimes you don't really know, like, is it going to work, are we going to stay? But I mean, we spoke a little bit about it, but overall we think we did like a pretty good job of picking like a colour scheme that was like quite bright, that was basically going to be included in any picture that we chose, whether this was like going to the beach or just going, you know, a place like Italy had all these like bright colours on their flowers and things like that. So
Yeah, I mean, we've all had good experiences abroad, and getting to work together and learn more about different places has been fun this semester. So I think we enjoyed it. I think our Instagram, I mean, looking at that, I mean, we all had a good time. So
Yeah, one of my favorite parts of Trip Spark in general has been getting to see where we've all traveled and what experiences everybody else has gotten to take. It's been a really good time for us to get to know each other and learn more about studying abroad too.
Yeah, I mean, as a whole, like, we all chose Trip Spark because we do love to travel, and I think it really showed. We had unique pictures all semester that were all our own. We didn't have to Google and like get pictures, stock pictures off the internet, because we had so much content ourselves, and I think it was really cool to hear our stories and just like what we liked and how we were able to share that with our followers across the platforms, all the platforms that we use this semester.
We had a lot of fun together, and we hope that you enjoyed seeing our posts. It was really great to get to know everybody and see everyone's cool adventures, and we hope to check in with Trip Spark soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.